What's up, Whoopers? It's Vice here, and we just got done playing a pretty epic game, which I'm going to show you in a sec, using this deck. Mimikyu and Klinklang. Something a little bit different. So, for a little while, for like the last week or so, I've been trying to get this Orbeetle idea to work. What I was doing was I was using Orbeetle to put Klinklang into play, which I'll show you in a second. And then the idea was to then use the Klinklang to protect a Mimikyu, which also walls off a bunch of different types of Pokemon, right? So I wanted like an invincible Pokemon in the lead because it was backed up by the Klinklangs, healed off by the Tsareena, things like that. I was trying too hard with the deck, I found. Like, I was trying to... Basically, I was over-engineering it. So I simplified things. I realized in the same time that it was taking me to set up the Orbeetle, I could just set up 3 or 4 Klinklang and away I go. So I've got the deck up here. Let's talk about it. I took out the Orbeetle line, and it meant that I could streamline things and make it a bit smoother. And what I ended up with is this Diancie Mimikyu Klinklang deck. Starts with the Mimikyu, okay? So the Mimikyu, we know what it does. It prevents damage done to itself by EX and V Pokemon, and its attack places 7 damage counters, alright? So a very good tool, moves the game forward, it blocks the opponent from moving their game forward. It's one of your important win conditions. The other win condition is getting several Klinklang into play. It has the ability Gear Wall. Your basic Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. So, what we're trying to do with the Mimikyu is we wall off the EX and the V Pokemon, so often decks are left with Pokemon that don't do that much damage, but can do damage to the Mimikyu, right? Gear Wall makes it so those attacks do very little, almost nothing. They don't have to completely prevent all the damage, but they need to prevent just enough so that you've got time to knock out the only Pokemon they have available to deal with your Mimikyu, right? And so if you have several Gear Wall Klinklang in play, you reduce a bunch of damage. And we also have Pot Helmet here to reduce even more. All right, the perfect board has 4 Klinklang and the Pot Helmet, which means you can prevent up to 110 a turn. And then Tsareena heals 20. Pretty good, if you ask me. Of course, the reality is that often the deck will falter and it'll fail. I haven't got a Manaphy in this list. I think it needs Manaphy. It also very much struggles against the likes of Lost Zone Box. I very much expect that this deck can't really deal with Sableye, because the thing that Klinklang doesn't prevent is the placement of damage counters, and of course, that's exactly what Sableye does. So, until we get a more splashable effect, Sableye is just a matchup that we're going to have to take as a loss. But this deck is a lot of fun when it works. It's the kind of deck I always say, like, I'm happy to see it work 1 every 10 times, maybe 1 out of 5 times, if it's good enough, of course. And one of the philosophies with the decks that we make with this channel, I talk about this a lot on stream, but we just want to take bad deck ideas and make them as good as we possibly can. So we're taking a bad Pokemon, like Klinklang, and we're seeing how much can we push the idea that's here with Klinklang. And so we've gone all in with the damage reduction. We've got a Pokemon that walls off half the attackers out there, and we've got something that's pretty fun, if you ask me. The rest of the deck is based around allowing it to set up. Diancie is here to protect your Klinks in the early game. The ability Princess Curtain stops boss's orders, things like that. You've got Rotom here, instant charge, lets you draw 3 cards every turn, so it helps you get those multiple Klinklang into play. And then maybe you want to look at something like Collapse Stadium. Maybe you cut an Artazon and include Collapse Stadium to get rid of the Rotom. Or maybe you include something like Thornton or Penny to fix up your board. Tsareena here is to heal off the bench damage, and as you'll see in the game coming up, it's pretty important to be able to do that in certain matchups. For Rare Candy, obviously, get your Klinklang into play. I've got Rescue Carrier here to get back your Mimikyus, to get back your Klinks straight to hand, as might be necessary from time to time. Artazon helps you set up. Pot Helmet, we already mentioned. Forest Seal Stone combos with the Arven. Okay, so an early game Arven grabs you maybe like a Rare Candy, and then the Forest Seal Stone. Forest Seal Stone goes onto the Rotom. Use the effect. Get yourself another Rare Candy, perhaps. Or something to get more Klinks out. Colress to draw without shuffling your hand back. Iono, great all throughout the game. Preserve the cards that you don't want to discard. Disrupt your opponent in the late game. 7 energy to get your Mimikyu going. And look, that's about it for the deck. I've got a really long game coming up for you. So settle in for an entertaining game of Mimikyu Klinklang. And I'll see you in the next live stream or video. So take care. Maybe join me over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/ViceGames. There'll be a link in the description. Subscribe to me here if you prefer the YouTube format. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Thanks. My thing with the Lugia format is at least that deck could be like kind of bricky, and it had a weakness. And sure, there's Dunsparce, but you could beat the Dunsparce too. I felt like it was still fair. I did not feel like ADP was fair. You play Arc Duraludon? Yeah, like you could do stuff. Oh, dude. This is a matchup where I really, really wish I'd put the Manaphy in. That's what we gotta put in. We need the Manaphy. Alright, so we're gonna get Rotom. I guess it's gonna be Ultra Ball, right? What do we get rid of? So get rid of Diancie. That's a given. I don't need an energy right this turn. Thank you so much, Chris Chi. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I don't want to put down the Klinklang yet. There's no point. They probably don't have Iono, right? So we'll just charge. I don't have Manaphy. I know. I'm so greedy. So like, my philosophy with deck building is that I trim the luxury from the deck, and then once I've got like a good idea, like once I've got a deck that actually sets up, that's when I go, okay, now we got to start putting in some more essentials. So we grab the Manaphy, put that in. We grab, maybe a boss's orders or something like that, put that in. And then when it's consistent after that, then we start putting in the other good stuff. But yeah, for now, it's going to be a bit of a struggle this game, but we'll see. We'll see. We haven't seen Urshifu yet. And that's the thing that I'm worried about. Chris G, you're on a grass-type deck at the moment, 5-6 days into Pokemon 600+ rank points? Awesome. That's what I want to hear. We have to evolve. We've got to do it. Artazon. Let's grab another Klink. Keep setting up. We gotta set up as much as we can. It would be really good to attach an energy this turn. It would be really good. So we're gonna try. Ooh. Ooh. English is not your main language? You type perfectly fine English. Very well. Very good. Let me catch up. So Yeah, He-Man agrees 100% the best TCG. True, true. Lugia format was the worst. Lost City and Big Parasol. Wait, what? Dude. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this. We're going to draw the Klang out of the deck. I'm very sad that there's no energy in this hand. Do I Star Alchemy? No, you don't. You don't. You don't. Also, I don't think I should be putting Pot Helmet on the Mimikyu in this matchup. I should be reserving it for the Klinklang. I have gotten that bug once. Little Tone. Very funny. So you remember, so with Velocity and Big Parasol, you just go boss, Archeops game. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't put Manaphy in. You feel like next set's just filler? I guess we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I've seen like a lot of people say they're not too excited by it. Mew VMAX format? Yeehaw! They've whiffed. Any sort of KO there, which is good. So what do we do? I could just shore up our setup. So we can go like Arven here, grab another tool. We get to grab a tool and we get to grab... Yeah, I like this hand. This hand's good. So let's just go this. Right? And we'll grab that. And we can grab... What's good? Oh, we need candy, of course. Alright, so we're going to put a basic energy down. We're going to grab Klang. Put that down. We'll go Ultra Ball. Some of that action. Klinklang. Yeah, I feel like Thornton would be kind of nice in this deck, huh? And then we just draw. Instant charge. Cool. It's funny, in this matchup, you don't even need to get all the Klinklang out. It's just nice to have them all. Because Mimikyu is going to be the problem for them. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see. I want them to knock out Diancie so we can put down our Radiant Tsareena. Yeah, hey, look, if you're a new player, you know, welcome to Pokemon cards. Enjoy your time. I'm a long-time player of the game myself. I've been playing for about 14 years, competitively. I've been a lifelong fan of Pokemon. I think everybody has been. Do I remember when Decidueye was viable? Yeah, I actually won a team challenge tournament. Like a tournament to enter or to qualify for the team challenge with Decidueye. That was cool. If you're talking about Decidueye and Teleon. I also remember Decidueye GX. With Valplume. That was something too. Don't loop me, bro. Don't loop me. Ooh, we can skedaddle with the Diancie here. We can get out of there. Or we can just allow it to get knocked out. But I want to try and take the initiative. So we're going to Arven here. And we'll grab the rope. Grab the rope. And we'll do this. You remember Brsjak, but you disliked it? Yeah, it was kind of feral, wasn't it? I don't want to knock out the Remoraid because they're going to loop me with Mayhem. So I kind of just like want to wait a turn. It's very funny. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to wait a turn. I'm going to put Pot Helmet on this, maybe. Because you don't need it on the Mimikyu. It doesn't, like, benefit us. Alright, and we'll just go, like, instant charge. Wait, should I start? I should start Alchemy here and get the other Klinklang. Just while we're at it. So we'll do that. Just so they can't, like, clean up an easy knockout there. And then we'll just draw cards. And see what they do. What I want them to do is to just knock out the Diancie. But, yeah. Remains to be seen if they go for that. So the only thing they're attacking the Mimikyu with is Octillery, and they're probably not going to commit energy to it. So instead, what I sort of expect is for them to try and, like, maneuver damage onto the Mimikyu via, like, you know, basically Double Gunner plus Alakazam. And what I want them to do is to knock out the Diancie. How annoying. Not much for it. Hey. We just gotta go Ghost Eye. You duck out? No worries, Ghost. Three or four TGI E gain in your Dialga Chomp deck, and 2/2 or 3/1 Dialga. Well, I think 3/1 Dialga is the way to do it. If you're like an esports pro at playing it. But I don't really have that much of an informed opinion on that granularity of count. So you might have to tell me. This matchup is hard for us. It's also probably not that easy for them to navigate too. But all they have to do is just, like, knock out the Mimikyu via Alakazam. So, like, I don't know. All we can do is continue to, like, Ghost Eye them. They'll get the KO on the Mimikyu, and we'll just have to power up another one a little bit slowly. I'm sure this is not the matchup they were expecting. The old Inteleon Urshifu deck loading up into ranked. Alright, it's going to be another Lost Zone box. And then I pull up with Mimikyu Klinklang, and they're like, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, is it going to be Energy Surge? Alright, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You knock out the Mimikyu, sure. You can knock out the Diancie as well, sure.
It just works.
But then what? Just works? I hope so. Alright, that's cool. Maybe I need Penny in the deck for this type of position. It would have been really good to go, you know, just Forest Seal Stone, pick up the Rotom. Very long sequence, you know. But now we get to go Mimikyu. We get to go Mimikyu plus Tsareena. And then the Tsareena is protected by the Klinklangs. It's fantastic. We've still got Super Rod, so we can get that back if we need to. Got Rescue Carrier to get back our Mimikyu. This will be alright. Not quite enough, I'm afraid. Not quite enough. And so now we probably want to Iono them too. So let's do this. How many Mimikyu are here? So there should be at least 2 more. There should be 2 more. 1 or 2. Alright, just 1. That's fine. Oh! Oh, was Radiant Tsareena prize there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We want to Iono them anyhow. No Tsareena, huh? Single Strike Houndoom got top 4. Oh, I did have Tsareena. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I'm trolling. Dude, I'm trolling. Put up the Mimikyu. Heal the damage. And we could draw cards, but, like, I don't feel like maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. See what other goodies are in there. And so we just want to, like, having to do so much to get KOs on things like the Rotom means that we're making life really difficult for them. You know, they've got only so many, like, bosses, orders, and cards like that in the deck, right? You know, keep getting rid of their Tower of Waters. And we've got a couple of Ionos to keep this game going for a while, too. And see, placing the damage with Double Gunner, I mean, sure, that is, like, effective. But we're going to continually heal the damage off. And so every time they discard an energy, it, like, puts them a step closer to losing. If it's not, like, a meaningful amount of damage, if that makes sense. Like, okay, so you double gunner here, that's great. Do that. Do that. And then what? You know, are you getting the KO this turn? You got the Mage Hand. What if I just don't take any prizes at this stage? Maybe I don't take a prize from here on. I think we do want to, like, move the game forward and give ourselves the opportunity. But I'm also, like, not in a rush. As long as I'm able to attach energy every turn, I'm not trying to, like, push through the deck. We should have a couple of Ionos left, though. So. Alright, so they might get the KO on the Rotom, and that's alright. That's sort of, like, factored in, if you like. But they're gonna have to push through a lot of energy to make this work. Alright, that's cool. Put yourself at 4. And we get to draw out a few more cards. Very good. We got the Rod, Energy. I'm pretty happy.
It just works.
Just works. I mean, knock out the Rotom. That's fine. That is fine. Do it. Do it. This is ladder, actually. We're playing ranked. I was like, we'll just see how this deck goes. All right, so they collect the KO of the Rotom. So what? So what? Have they used their retrievals? They've used one, I think. But I'm not too fussed, right? All right, so they knock out the Rotom. Who cares, right? I think the way that they win is they get some damage down onto like a Klinklang, boss's orders, and knock it out. And they've got to do that twice. But they may very well like have the cards to do it, because I haven't seen boss's orders out of them yet either. We gotta be careful about benching anything now as well. Alright, Ghost Eye. And we want to time the Iono, don't we?
Sora!
Hey, creator, thank you so much for the follow. So our problem with this deck is we don't have boss's orders. And see, look, we've just healed everything back. Now we could try and set up the fourth Klinklang, but I don't think we need to do it. I don't think like it helps us to do that. So we just want to chill. You know, we just continue to use Ghost Eye. We don't want to put down the second Mimikyu, because honestly, I think we lose if this Mimikyu ever gets knocked out anyway. So putting a Klink down just means it'll get knocked out. They'll find a way to knock it out for sure. This is a deck out deck. It, not intentionally, but it has worked out that way, hasn't it? And look, they're gonna waterfall for 0 damage, because we've got 3 Klinklangs in play. So I really, that is not gonna work. Oops. You didn't read the fine print, did you? Wait, canceling Cologne? No, wait, canceling Cologne doesn't do anything here. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Maybe I should be doing damage. I should attack it at least once, right? But yeah, like, I don't know, the way that they sort of win is by getting Medicham. So we just want to be careful here. It's very funny. Very, very funny. They've got access to 2 more energy with Medicham. So we don't want to... Basically, we don't want to force it, right? Now, how many cards we got in our hand? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 to their 14. But then Super Rod becomes more cards to go back in the deck. So now we don't want to attack anymore. It would be interesting to, like, kind of bait them out. But I feel like we just win if we hang tight with, like, the Super Rod and stuff. I'm going to put 3 energy back, because nothing else is sort of needed here. I'm just going to put 3 energy back. And we're going to collect a bunch of damage on everything. So everything's like, you know, within that KO range, right? Alright, so we'll go Super Rod. I just want energy. And this'll force something out of them. Do they lose? Surely not. Yeah. Alright, they lose now. If that's their best play, they lose. We're gonna use Ghost Dive once. Because we could even, like, Iono them again. Right? But we've got so many prizes to take. I think, like, the better line is not to try and do anything. It for sure has to be to not do anything, right? Imagine losing to Mimikyu Klinklang. Dude. This game's been great. Hopefully we win. We're gonna have to profile this deck. We're gonna upload it. This is gonna be a game. Hopefully we win though. It would not be good. Wait, we lose. Oh no. We I needed to Rescue Carrier before they played Iono. Because we might lose. They want me to KO the Remoraid. It's true. That is true. I think what we have to do... This game is... Well, yeah. So what we might have to do is... So if we Rescue Carrier, then Iono... Come on, give me the carrier. Give me the carrier. I want the carrier before they feel like they have to Iono. Yeah, the problem with that is that we're doing 2 cards for 2 cards. So I don't think it changes the situation that we're in. I think it remains the same. So they're 12. We're 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no. We should be able to Iono and beat them. So we'll Carrier, then we'll Iono, and then we should beat them? I'm thinking, like, we've got less cards in hand. Yeah. So now we just go Carrier. What would we want to get? I guess just Mimikyu and a Diancie at this stage, right? We don't have to do anything yet. We're not under pressure. Thankfully, we've got the Iono and we've got extra cards. And we get the extra Iono too, which is nice. Just one more buffer. So this is... It's a funny game. It's one that forces us both to play through to having 0 cards left and then being forced to make a decision. Alright, so this is the remainder of our cards. We've got 2 Iono. We've got 3 energy. Those are probably like the most important counts. So I'm going to go Carrier, Mimikyu, Diancie, put them in the hand, Iono. So we got 18. Oh, but then we draw like a bunch of cards too. Dude. Okay, so that's tough. That's the problem that we're in. That's the problem that we've got to deal with here. Artazon. I need to take KOs. Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking about whether I should... Yeah, I should probably just play Artazon down. So they don't necessarily have an easy retreat. Do I take the KO on the Remoraid? 12 to 14. No, I think if Mimikyu ever gets knocked out, we lose anyway. Because this gets knocked out by like, Medicham, and then they take another turn, they probably win. So I don't want Mimikyu on the bench taking damage from like Double Gunner. So I think we just like stick to this. I never want to like... Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Heal with Radiant Tsareena. It's not that simple. If they've got like double gunner, move damage with Alakazam and then Medicham in one turn, we never get a chance to heal. So this is the way that I want to play it. I don't want a 70 HP Pokemon on the bench against their strategy. I want my Pokemon to have this much HP. Alright, that's cool. Let's do this. Just Ghost Eye. Yeah, I'm very scared of having a low HP Pokemon on the bench because that's how they win. They will have one remaining. They'll have one. So they've got 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've got 10 to their 10. So we would lose if I was to Iono now. So we just want to... I guess we got to do it. We'll Ghost Eye. Do I Ghost Eye Iono? Do I Iono first or not? What happens if I pass? We'll lose eventually. I'm just going to use this so I've got time to think. We don't have the Klinklang, so I don't want to go for the Klink there. So they grabbed Urshifu. We really just don't want them to bench it, but they get to bench it with Octillery. So I think we just have to do it. Yeah, let's just do this.
That was truly cringe.
More I take before Iono, the better. It's true. It's true. There's that Klinklang. So we would have got the Klinklang right on time. They didn't choose to bench it. That's interesting. I think we just keep moving forward with Ghost Eye here. I'm not really like too threatened right now. What's their stadium situation like? They've gone through 3 Tower of Waters. So they might just be locked into this Medicham. Alright, so here comes a Double Gunner, probably. They might have, like, a bunch of stuff ready to go. No? So maybe I Ghost Eye here and then Iono. Like, Iono first. That might be really good. Iono now? So they're 10. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. we would draw 2 extra cards. This is our final Iono, so the game needs to like end beforehand. I don't know. They grabbed energy there. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. We got like we've got 14 turns to win, so that's quite a lot. But this is it. Like, we don't get another chance after this, so we're gonna go Ghost Eye. Right. And so now we've put those energies back in the deck, which means they don't have a double gunner play. And now this Medicham, you know, they have to get it out of the way. No. Ghost Eye. Let's see what we get off the prizes here. It's been a very long game, huh? Arven and Mimikyu, so not too helpful in this position. Opponent raging, well, we'll see. Ah, man, Cheryl, massive Cheryl, got rid of bunch of energy though. So now it's a question of whether we can win on time, because they're just gonna retreat a bunch, aren't they? They deck out first anyway. True. So they'll be forced to Iono. Yeah. I wasn't even looking at the number of cards. And they may not be able to retreat here. So I don't know what they do. Steady march to victory here. We'll be prying it from their cold, dead fingers, I think. This has been a hectic game, though. Oh my gosh. A journey of the soul. Could be the last turn. What are they going to do? Hey. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Wow. GG. Dude. Well, look, that'll probably be one for the YouTube. So I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy seeing videos about weird Pokemon decks, occasionally competitive decks, but mostly weird, maybe you want to drop a subscribe on the YouTube channel. Maybe follow me over on Twitch, where I mess about with Pokemon cards 5 nights a week. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.